Namaste, Doc. May I offer you some meditations? Some yoga sachara? May I offer you some third eye cleansing? May I offer you some law of attraction? May I offer you some 777 manifestation? May I offer you some blessings and miracles? May I offer you some mindset training? It's all about mindset, bitch. May I offer you some raw chicken? No. It's all about mindset. And blessings and miracles and law of attraction. May I offer you some hustle and grind mindset? If you feel like shit, it's your mindset. You ain't placebo maxing hard enough. What else? The algos love these topics. The algorithms, they feed this shit 24/7 to the masses, to the NPCs who have lost the connection to this place. And when you have lost the connection to this place, you feel like you don't belong anywhere. You cannot find fulfillment, you cannot find connection. So you searching, you coping, because reality ain't fun anymore. Your human mind, your little human mind and body's like, what the hell is going on? I need something to fix this shit. And guess what? Then comes these things. You can add also to these things. May I offer you some philosophies? May I offer you some psychologies? May I offer you some therapy? And the algos love to give you this hopium, because guess what? It's not the real answer. It is not the real answer. They can fiat farm, make that dollar bill out of your ass. And they themselves probably still feel kinda shit. Because I believe if you actually have real connection, you don't really want to do that type of shit. You cannot lie to people like that. I believe most of these gurus or whoever makes this type of content or these types of retreats or these types of programs to heal people, I feel like either they're smooth-brained or they're lying to some degree to themselves, that like they think like what I'm doing is good and they can justify it by many different ways. Or maybe they're just trying to survive in the matrix. Maybe that's the problem also. But you know, some of those things can be pretty fun. Going to a yoga retreat in the tropics actually can be really healthy for you. But is it the yoga or is it the environment you go into? Those are usually some pristine places in tropics. You there with the like-minded people, the yoga is whatever. Like it's not that stressing, but also it is not that beneficial, let me tell you that. It's not why you feel freaking fantastic on some of these retreats. The food might be some vegetarian garbage on those, or it might be good. There's probably some animal-based yoga enthusiasts these days. But if you're in the tropics, you can handle some vegetarian bullshit for a couple of weeks or whatever. I wouldn't say it's that big of a deal. I mean, it's not optimal, I tell you that much. But when you go to the tropics with like-minded people, you're gonna feel better. You're gonna feel better in that environment. Now, the law of attraction manifestation bullshit. Go freaking X John D. Rockefeller or his sons or his grandsons. Go ask Rothschilds how to manifest. How to law of attract. But the reason why the algos are pushing these things, now the philosophy is also the philosophers. Like many of those guys were kind of broken, very extremely intelligent guys, but their lives were completely miserable, like broken down. And they didn't have really the connection to nature, they didn't really have real health. But their brains were firing on all cylinders, but also kind of broken. I'm thinking about Nietzsche, Schopenhauer. Like they can have some incredible insights into your life, but if you just try to philosophize your life, you try to make these freaking ultimate routines in the cities, in the modern world, with this technology, you read these philosophy books on your computer, it ain't gonna do much for you. Nah, it's not, it ain't gonna do much for you. And then we start to believe this, or the sports or the gym is all about the mindset. It's all about the mindset. You pussy if you feel like shit. I see that in so many fitness sports especially. And the thing about sports is it's all about your genetics, and your environment creates your genetics. Why are the Kenyans freaking winning every running race, or Ethiopians? White boys ain't even in the top 50 ever. Why is the other highly melanated people from the West Africa or the Caribbean islands, why are all those people whose genetic lines come from those places winning all the short running races when you need maximal explosion, when you need to produce that force like that? Why is everybody black also there? Highly melanated. Sports is all about genetics. And these days these athletes are having massive problems because of the environment of these days. And these days the competitions are at the night time. That's terrible for the athletes. Most of them also train nighttime. They train inside in blue lit environments. If you want to be a good athlete these days, now that's a whole different conversation. Should you want to be athlete? I can see a couple reasons. You can make a shitload of fiat money being an athlete, but you have to have top 0.001% of genetics. Without that, You wanna just mindset your way into it? It's all about mindset. Then some guy from freaking Africa comes and he hasn't mindset one day in his life and he beats your ass. That's genetics for you. Only the suckers train. The untalented people, they freaking train. Also, they're the people who come from better environments and are genetically gifted, athletically speaking. They usually have much better mitochondrial heteroplasmy rates, which means they can handle way more stress. They are basically younger biochemically or biophysically. Their bodies work way more optimal than most of the NPC normies that live in, like me, and probably like you, live in these western cities. Like our asses, we can do a couple cool things. I can do a couple flips and I'm pretty freaking athletic for a white boy. But why I'm here talking about these things and not doing athletics? Because I know what I always do. Because I know I completely fuck myself up if I would still keep doing that. I did that for my whole 20s and fucked myself massively in some ways. But blessings and miracles, I didn't fuck myself up without no point of return. Like I have healed a lot since I quit, because now I know what I'm doing. But I was all about that mindset. I was training every single day, boy. And I was pretty athletic for nothing. Just destroying myself. Now these physiologics and these therapists, their goal is obviously, the centralized goal is obviously push these drugs on young people that change their consciousness in a very bad ways. Very, very bad ways. But I see all these things kinda same. They're just different roads leading to nowhere. And the road you are looking for is this road. But so little people in your family, in your friends, in your community, in the internet that young people are watching or anybody's watching, so little people. The algos are never promoting this shit. You never even see this shit if you don't really actually just stumble upon on something. And that's why nobody knows about this anymore. What used to be the norm for every human being, just like 100 or 200 years ago. Now some places were worse even then, but most places on Earth, like 100 years ago, everybody was connected to nature and things worked. Everybody was able to pair bond. Nobody needed therapy. Nobody needed to find some connection with some weird ass yoga people. Nobody wanted to go to these retreats. Nobody was talking about mindset. Nobody was trying to freaking get checked and shredded 24/7 because that's how you get the girls, even if it doesn't make any freaking sense. Nobody was taking creatine. Nobody was having all these injuries and diseases and illnesses in their 20s and 30s. And some people get there in their freaking childhood. Now a lot of people are getting these diseases in very early childhood because of no connection to this place, and they complied, and the compliance boomerang always hits your freaking head. And why did you comply? Because you're not connected to this place, your dopamine sucks, you have no freaking confidence about yourself, you don't know what's up and what's down, your melatonin sucks, your hormones suck, you cannot regenerate, you cannot think straight, you don't eat enough DHA because they made vegetarian diets and all kind of bullshit ass diets popular. You don't eat local food anymore. And everybody in your community is doing the same thing, which basically means everybody's going retarded, smooth-brained, disease-ridden, yada yada yada. It always comes back to nature. And the worse it is for you, the more nature you need, the more sunlight you need especially. And so many places on this earth you cannot heal anymore because you're so far gone. So you have to go to the tropics or places that are more pristine, naturally speaking. But just remember, the answer is never in the philosophies, therapies, freaking meditations, miracles and blessings, law of attraction. Now, placebo max does help, but it doesn't trump over your biological needs. And this place over here, this place gives or fulfills your biological needs. If you just try to placebo max, you can have couple punches, couple sucker punches out of the blue. You never saw them coming because you were numbing yourself down with drugs, alcohol, psychedelics, cannabis, video games, porn, You didn't see it coming, even though nature probably was whispering to you, you're fucking it up. You're fucking it up big time. So that's today's lesson. Go outside, huh? It's pretty nice. Although it's cold as hell for July in Finland. That's why sometimes you need to move to get a better sunlight and better environment. Consider that if you have plenty of problems, if you've been watching too much of those philosophy videos, Carl Jung videos and stuff.